Alright guys, thanks for coming back. Today I'm not ranting. Figured I'm not going to do that every day. People get tired of that. But today, short video. I figured, I've been having this dilemma. I enjoy what I drive, but, eventually I want to buy something else. But, I have battled back and forth between like 5 or 6 different things. I think I've narrowed it down to about 2 or 3 different ones, considering all the stuff. I've always, basically since I was a kid, always wanted a Mustang. And if I'm gonna spend the money on a Mustang, I'm gonna get the best that I can afford. And that for me is gonna be hopefully a brand new 5.0, but who knows where the market's going, because right now supposedly the ones that were like 2015 and 16 ones are not apparently selling as well as they thought, because now they're making this assumption because they're just based off of things that have been happening recently. They did release that they will be coming out with a new body style in 2018, so that could be one of the things why people aren't necessarily going to buy them, because if you're gonna buy one now, why not just wait until 2018 to buy that new body style, if that's what if that's what you're going to do. Unless you're like, you really like one of the certain body styles. I kind of thought like the 2010, 11, 12, and just the 2010 through 14, I thought that was a good body style. The 14, a little less. I did like the 2010, 11, and 12. I like those a lot, actually. But and then the 03 and 04, I always thought the Terminator Cobras were awesome. But if I do get a Mustang, I want it in red, I want it manual, and it's got to have a 5.0 in it. Or unless that year comes 2018 and they have a newer engine that they use, a larger engine, I ultimately would want that. Because honestly, I'm not going to be able to afford a GT500 just for the simple fact that that's expensive. Maybe eventually I could, but I'd be perfectly fine with a 5.0. And a second choice, probably, I've always thought it'd be cool to have a diesel truck. Preferably, I thought about getting a Cummins, one of the newer ones, or newer, not the newest, but 4-wheel drive, quad cab with the full 4 doors. Get it in the turbo diesel. Now, I'm not really too picky on the color, but it has to be 4-wheel drive. If it's not 4-wheel drive and it's not full 4 doors, I'm not gonna have it. I don't want it. I want, because what I have now, it's the 2.5, 2 doors, and then the 2 half doors. So it's the extended cab, and the back seat's like basically nothing. You can't do anything with it but put stuff back there. Anyone who sits back there is uncomfortable. And the full 4 doors, I have all that space back there. But what I drive now also is only 2-wheel drive, and I don't like that, because I had to go somewhere and help. I had to go to my grandmother's house and help her, and I got stuck in her yard after a big rainstorm, and had to have my dad drag me out. And that was crazy, because I had went too far with it, and I had buried all 4 tires in the ground, and there was holes that were 2 to 3 inches deep, and just slippery mud caked all over it. And of course, we didn't have a tow strap, so we had to jerry rig. Like, we'd use 2 of the green ratchet straps the first time we only did one and it broke. Obviously, it's not designed to pull that kind of, or to hold that amount of force, but used 2 of them and finally got me out. Now his truck, I like his truck, but it's a gas, and I'm looking for more diesel because of the horsepower and torque. He's got a 2015 Nissan Titan Pro 4X. It's I mean, it's really nice. It's got Rancho shocks in the back, and it's got a tow package. You got a camper top on it, though. I mean, it kind of sacrifices some of the use of the bed, but other than that, it's a nice truck. I mean, it's got locking diffs and all the 4 high, low, all that stuff. And I mean, I'd be fine with that if I bought that, but ultimately it's got to be a diesel. They did come out with, Nissan did put a Cummins in their new Titans. I mean, I consider that, but those are expensive. I mean, that truck, it's a nice looking truck, but I can't see myself buying that right now. It's too expensive. Okay, and the third thing I considered maybe a Power Stroke. Now, I was told that the newer ones, if you ever have to get any work done, the whole cab's got to come off, and that just sounds like a headache. So I'm kind of leaning away from them. I did see one lifted. It was pretty nice, and I considered that. But the older ones, I also consider them too. I mean, they say the 6.0 Power Strokes are pretty good when you bulletproof them, but you just got to make sure that you get one that was done correctly and, you know, certified and everything. And someone I went to school, well, grade below me, has a King Ranch. I mean, it's pretty nice. I think he's got American Forces on it, and I mean, it is very nice. I'd love to have something like that, which, for what I'm in, I mean, that's practical, you know. It's not going to cost me an arm and well, it will, but I'll be able to afford it. And so the next one, I get what, 4th, I considered a Jeep, you know, full unlimited, the 4 doors, have both soft top and hard top, but with that, to make them to the point where I would enjoy it the most, that's going to cost a lot of money as well. You know, you're talking wheels, tires, lift, bumpers, whatever lights that I choose, light bars, pods, KCs, and that'll get expensive. But I guess I would want to do all that on the Cummins and the Power Stroke. But I haven't really considered any other cars, really. I mean, because I'm not too into the Camaros and the Chargers and the Challengers. I mean, they're nice and all, but I've always liked the Mustang for the muscle car. And then the trucks, Chevys, you just hear so many problems about them, but see, you hear the same amount of problems for Ford and Dodge. It's just, I've always had those when I was growing up in the family, so I just kind of, I guess, grown attached to them, and so I like those more just for that simple reason there. And if I could do what I wanted to this thing, I mean, I would drive it forever, but to put a 4-cylinder Cummins twin, I want to do a twin, either twin or like a larger turbo, a diesel engine in this, and Allison transmission. I wouldn't say 1-ton axles, but, or I don't know the axle rating on this, but, you make it four-wheel drive, front and rear off-road bumpers, which I have to have someone make because they don't make anything for this. Everything that goes onto this that would have to be custom because no one makes it. I'm not at that point yet, so I can't exactly, do that. But I guess if I do ever do the racing shop, that would be a great project. You see all these guys from Sparks Motors, the guy from Diesel Brothers. They're the Mega Ram Runner. That just started out as a normal truck, and they did everything that they did to it, and it worked out fine. But they do have more experience. And then they did their 6x6, their Ford. That one was pretty cool. And I think right now it's a Polaris that they put the military MRAP axles on them. And I did enjoy that too. But getting away from that, that really doesn't. Well, when that show comes back on, we'll talk more about that, because I love that show. So we can do some reviews and stuff on that. But I guess that's it for today. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. And if you didn't see the last video, I'll leave that link in the description. And guess we'll see you next time.